gradually and then suddenly. Have you ever noticed how some things gradually happen and then suddenly they're noticed? Like maybe lifting weights. You're lifting weights gradually, and then all of a sudden, suddenly you notice you have a muscle. Or somebody who's losing weight, gradually losing it, and then all of a sudden everybody goes, wow, you look great. Have you lost weight? For me, gradually I've been growing these bangs out, and I'm hoping in the not too distant future, suddenly they'll no longer be in my eyes. Gradually and suddenly, I've recently come to notice that that has happened in my life, balance in my life. And that's what I want to talk about today is how I noticed that I was out of balance and some of the steps that I'm going to take to bring my life back in balance. Little over 18 months ago, everybody remember that? Probably the end of, 2019, we started hearing this gradual thing of COVID-19 or the coronavirus. And then suddenly we're in the middle of a world pandemic. During that time, I'm an HR manager for an essential business. We manufacture food and beverage packaging. So we continued to work through this whole time, never stopping. All the crazy law changes, all the communication. That's what I was doing. And right now, I have 245 employees. I've never in my 15-year career had 245 employees, and I have 21 open positions. Forgot to mention that I'm the only HR person there, and I'm also doing payroll. And to top the work thing off, last year, almost exactly a year ago now, we were sold and purchased by another private equity company. Not my first private equity company, but we were sold, and let me tell you, this private equity company doesn't want to see gradual change. They want to see sudden change. So this has all been piling up on me. And at home, I've got this beautiful house, half acre. I live by myself, so I'm the only one that takes care of it. And then I have 3 dogs, and we know how needy 3 dogs can be. And I started to gradually feel things getting a little bit out of balance. But how did I realize I was out of balance? Little over a week and a half ago, I got a 4:30 in the morning phone call from my independent living mother saying she fell and broke her hip. All of a sudden, my life is out of balance. And how do I recognize that? For me, how does stress and anxiety manifest? Well, I have trouble sleeping. I can usually go to sleep, but I don't stay asleep. Like last night, woke up at 12:30 and did a lot of work in my head, but didn't get anything accomplished. And one of my anxiety things is I go to overfunctioning. Now, some people, when they get overwhelmed and stressed and anxious, they underfunction, shut down, watch Netflix. I overfunction. I do everything I can. I'll take care of it. How are you? Checking in on you. I overfunction. And then I knew it was really bad because I get what I call tunnel vision. I can't see past here. Everything is in a tunnel. So I knew I was out of balance. Time to stop. What was I going to do to bring my life back into balance? What gradual steps am I going to take? For me, first thing is to get back to self-care. Maybe eat right. Okay, the 2 pieces of cake that I ate this weekend, thank you, Safeway, 2 for $4. I probably didn't need to eat both of those, but it was a hard week last week and I ate them. So watching what I eat, getting enough sleep, setting myself up for success, going to bed at the right time and doing what I can there. Get back to meditating, finding some quiet. Stop overfunctioning, at least recognizing when I'm going into overfunction mode. Holding others able to either sink or swim at work is one of those things. It's not my job to keep everybody in the boat, even though I feel like it's my job to keep everybody in the boat. The other thing that I've had to do, which is kind of a hard one for a lot of people, and I know I've been doing it for many, many years, and that is setting boundaries and communicating those boundaries. Now, a boundary at work looks like, maybe I don't need to be there at 5:30 every day. Maybe I need to leave at 3 or 3:30 and not stay until 4 or 4:30. And for my mom, I did this today. I communicated to her social worker what my boundaries are for her care when she gets out of the facility she's in, what that looks like, my expectations. So maybe take a moment while we're sitting here and think about an area where gradually you've seen change and maybe suddenly you feel out of balance. We're going to take a minute, maybe close your eyes, take a couple breaths together and think about that. Take an inhale, let it go. Maybe think about what you might want to change in that. Another inhale, and let it go. Did you come up with anything? Maybe just something really small. This is your life. You get to live it. Because things happen gradually and then suddenly. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.